I need you to picture this. Imagine walking through an old hospital, long abandoned, peeling paint, hallways dark and damp, no one around, no sound except your own footsteps. I wasn't supposed to be there, but curiosity got the better of me. And I swear, everything I'm about to tell you happened exactly as I'm saying it. This is not a story someone else told me. This is what I saw, what I heard, what I felt. So, if you're listening alone, turn the lights down, put on your headphones, and stay still, because once I start, there's no turning back. It was a rainy night. The streetlights barely lit the parking lot of the abandoned hospital. The air smelled of wet concrete and rust. Fog hugged the ground like a living thing. I had heard rumors. People said the hospital had been closed for decades. Some said patients had been left behind. Some said strange things happened there at night. I didn't believe it. Not really. I parked my car and walked toward the entrance. The doors were locked, but one side panel was broken, perfectly enough to slip inside. The hallway inside was dark, silent, and still. The smell hit me immediately. Mold, decay, and something metallic. I held my flashlight, sweeping it over walls covered in peeling paint, old posters, and scratched messages. It felt alive. Every step echoed, and I swear I felt eyes on me. I moved deeper into the building. The halls twisted like a maze, rooms lined up on either side, doors hanging open or broken. Some rooms looked like they hadn't been touched in decades. Some had broken beds, rusty wheelchairs, old charts scattered on the floor. Then I heard it, a faint whisper. I froze. It wasn't my imagination. It wasn't the wind. Leave. I swung my flashlight, but no one was there. I told myself, it's just the building. It's old. Wind, pipes, nothing else. But then I felt it. Pressure, a presence, close, almost brushing against my shoulder. The lights of my flashlight flickered, and I swear I saw movement, just a shadow, but it wasn't mine. I continued through the hallways, flashlight shaking in my hands. Every sound amplified. Every creak, every drip of water sounded like footsteps. I opened a door to what used to be the pediatric ward. Cots were broken, sheets rotted. I moved one over, and under it, nothing, but the air felt colder, heavier. The whispers grew louder, sometimes unintelligible, sometimes just calling my name. Get out. Why are you here? Don't move. I wanted to run, I wanted to leave, but curiosity, or maybe fear, kept me moving forward. In the main hallway, I saw marks on the walls, scratch marks, deep, jagged, not human. I shined the light higher and saw writing etched into the peeling paint. It said, "I see you, always watching." I froze. My pulse was pounding. My flashlight flickered again, and then I felt it, cold fingers brushing my neck. I ran. I don't remember the exact path. The hallways seemed endless. Every door I passed, every corner I turned, I felt it there. Then I heard screaming, not in the distance, right beside me. I spun my flashlight. Empty hallway. I ran to the stairs, the metal railing cold under my hands. I reached the first floor. Nothing. Silent. Then I saw them. Shadows, figures at the end of the hall, tall, thin, motionless, watching me. I ran, and the whispers followed, inside my head now, repeating every thought. Why are you here? Never leave. I finally burst through the front doors, rain hitting my face, lungs burning. I didn't stop running until I reached my car. Even then, I felt it, watching me from the broken windows. I never went back. I never even drove past that place again. But sometimes, late at night, I hear whispers in my apartment, faint, soft, calling my name. And I can't help but wonder, did I bring it with me, or was it always inside? Some things, some places, aren't abandoned. They're waiting. And now, listening to this story, you know what it feels like to be watched, to be followed, to be completely alone, but never really alone.
I need you to picture this. Imagine moving into a new apartment, excited, happy, thinking this is a fresh start. Then, slowly, you realize there's something in the house that wasn't supposed to be there. This story happened to me. Everything I'm telling you is true. Every sound, every feeling, every moment, I still remember it vividly. If you're listening alone, keep your lights dim. Put on headphones, because you're about to experience it with me. I had just rented a small apartment in the city. Cheap, quiet, perfect for living alone. The building was old, creaky floors, faint smells of damp wood and paint. I didn't mind. I liked old buildings. They felt cozy. The neighbors were friendly enough, though they kept to themselves. The first week was normal. I unpacked, arranged my things, and started getting used to the sounds of the apartment. Old pipes groaning, the hum of the heater, the occasional rat scratching somewhere in the walls. Nothing alarming, nothing unusual. Then I noticed the wall. A small patch near the living room, slightly uneven. I pressed my hand to it. It felt hollow. Hollow? I laughed it off. Maybe a storage space, maybe old wiring. But that's where it started. The subtle wrongness. The noises began almost immediately after I noticed the wall. Footsteps behind it, soft, careful, not random, walking in patterns, sometimes pacing back and forth. At first, I ignored it. I told myself it's just the building settling. But then came the whispers, almost too soft to hear, always at night. Are you there? Come closer. I'm waiting. I froze the first time, heart racing, my body refusing to move. I tried knocking on the wall. Nothing. I placed my ear against it. I thought I imagined it. Then I heard it again. Slow, deliberate breathing, like someone right on the other side. I had never felt fear like that before, cold, deep, gripping my chest. Days passed. I stopped sleeping properly. I stayed awake, listening, pretending to be normal, but the wall was always there. Things began to move, objects slightly shifted, keys missing, blankets folded differently. The noises became louder, breathing, shuffling, sometimes whispers, almost taunting me. I began recording the apartment at night, placed cameras facing the wall. What I saw chilled me to the bone. Shadows moved inside the wall, not human exactly, not completely, thin, tall, almost stretching like smoke. It watched me, it followed me, it knew my routines. Every time I went to the kitchen, it was there. Every time I lay down, it was close. I tried telling myself I was imagining it, tired, stressed, alone. But my recordings proved it was real. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. I decided to confront it. I pressed my ear to the wall. "Who's there?" I whispered. Silence. Then a voice. Soft, calm, almost gentle, but wrong. "I've always been here." I stumbled back, cold sweat pouring, my heart pounding in my ears. The wall shifted, slightly, just an inch. Then a hand, a shadowy, thin hand, reaching through the space between the wall and floor. I screamed, and it whispered again, laughing softly, "You can't leave, not yet." I ran from the apartment that night, left everything behind. Even now, I can't stop thinking about it. I moved out. The apartment remains vacant. Sometimes at night, I imagine that hand reaching for me, that shadow waiting behind the wall. And I know if I ever went back, it would still be there, watching, patient, hungry for attention. So if you hear something behind your walls tonight, pay attention. Because sometimes the walls aren't empty. And sometimes what's inside is waiting.